All right, greetings to you, people of melanin, people of you. I am so in love with you, um, and I want you to, of course, like, subscribe, and share this video. Um, and of course, as always, leave a comment. But please like, subscribe if you like the content, and share because um, it is important that we, as people of melanin, people of you, it is important that we get on the same page. So it is time that we begin to research and ask questions and learn about ourselves, learn about who we are. And we also need to know the truth. And most importantly, it is imperative that we study our enemy, study our enemy so that we can know how to win this game. All right. So I know a lot of people believe in a lot of things, and I know a lot of people, their source for information is the powers that be, is European. But you, as a person of melanin and person of you, your source for information should not be those who are responsible for our current predicament. At the end of the day, I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. This is the truth. At the end of the day, our current predicament is a result of what? It's a result of slavery. It's a result of colonization. It's a result of capitalism, right? And I know, unfortunately, a lot of us, that's all that we know. But it is time that we become critical thinkers and look at the facts and the truth of reality. And I'm just going to share with you a little bit my thoughts, right? And you have to go study your history, and you have to study it not according to what the Europeans say, because again, for everything I just stated, right? You cannot trust or look to those people for your truth, for your story. History is his story, according to him, the one who wrote it. We didn't write that history, and that is not our history. And understand that the people who wrote history are the people who destroyed your story. So let's be intelligent. Let's be critical thinkers. Let's use our minds, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. All right. In the very few centuries that the Europeans have been dominating the world, we have been indoctrinated to believe that the world has somehow advanced or somehow progressed. You couldn't be any further from the truth. Since the Europeans have been dominating, right? But in order for you to know that, you would have to really dive into your story and the story of our past, right? Not for the past 3,000 years, but you have to go back, because the planet, the Earth, is millions years old. We, as people of melanin, people of you, we have been here for a very long time. There is concrete, tangible history to prove our existence for about 200,000 years. But we know that the planet, the Earth, has been here for millions of years. So we've been here millions of years. The short time that they're telling you about, they do that in order to remove your history, your story, to remove your existence. But we've always been here. All right. So, since the Europeans have been dominating, more of natural life has been destroyed, right? More trees have been destroyed. Uh, more places have been poisoned, more water, um, more natural life has been destroyed. More indigenous blacks, Africans have been destroyed. We know that. We know that hundreds of millions, if not billions, of blacks have been destroyed all throughout the European conquests, to the millions in the Congo, and then through the whole Atlantic slave trade and the Arab slave trade and slavery that the Arab slave trade that lasted over 1,000 years, and the transatlantic slave trade that lasted about 500 years. So you have billions of Africans, of black people, indigenous people. At the end of the day, all are Africans who have been destroyed, and their way of lives have been destroyed. More wars have taken place. The creation of global warming has taken place. That is under the watch, under the control, and the domination of the Europeans. More poverty has taken place. Okay, because now we have this whole system of capitalism, which is a system of money, which at the end of the day is fake, which is the creation of them, of the Europeans, in order to have control and in order to dominate. Okay, so capitalism has destroyed and has caused massive poverty, because before their rise, we had a people, at least us, people of indigenous people, Africans, people of you, we relied on nature. We relied on things that were organic, things that the earth, that planet gave us. We didn't rely on things that people created necessarily, not for our survival, not to eat and all that stuff. So, and now things are different. Now you have to work 8 hours a day. Now you have to sleep 8 hours a day just so you can eat, so you can wake up and do it all over again. So the purpose of life has really been dismantled and destroyed. Now we have no purpose. The only thing we do, if you want to be honest, is the mass majority of us on the planet, what we do. We feed capitalism. That's all we do. Going to their school, feeding capitalism. Going to their churches, feeding capitalism. Everything that we do only feeds capitalism. It doesn't make us better. It doesn't make life better. It doesn't do anything to help the planet. It doesn't do anything in regards to the cosmos. All we have is a focus on self. All we have is a focus on what we can see. All we have is a focus on the physical. But the concept of the cosmos doesn't exist to us anymore. The concept of the universe doesn't exist anymore. The concept of consciousness doesn't exist anymore. Now we are simply physical beings concentrated on the physical aspects of our lives and the physical part of our lives. But for us, people of melanin, people of you, we are not just physical beings. We are not just physical being. Your physicality, your flesh is the covering of who you are. When your flesh deteriorates, and now it deteriorates quicker at a faster pace due to unnatural practices, of course, brought by whom? Exactly. When that deteriorates, that is the flesh, that is the covering, that is the envelope. That is not who you are. They have convinced you that your flesh, your physicality is who you are. That is not who you are. But we have consciousness. We are spiritual beings. All right. So more wars are taking place, right? Than ever before. The creation of global warming, more GMOs are being created. Uh, so there's more food. Well, what you call food, it's not food, but that's what they call people we call food now. So we have more quote unquote food being created, but at the same time, we have more people going hungry. We have more poverty, which naturally means, but as more GMOs are being created, that means that more organic foods and farms are being destroyed. The more depressed people are all around the world, the more suicides being committed. The more people are killing themselves, the more depressed are people being, the more tired and frustrated with this life filled with emptiness and no purpose. The more depressed people are all around the world, but especially in America. The more substance abuse, the more drugs, the more alcohol. But yet we claim we are in better times. We claim we have advanced. The more promiscuous the generation, the more value that we lack now, the more value we have disregarded, we have thrown away. What you call advancement and progress is destroying the planet and humanity. But we don't make that a big deal because the people that are most affected by this reality are blacks, Africans, indigenous people. What you call advancement and progress is destroying the planet and humanity. And we know this, we can see this. With the so-called advancement and progress, the United States alone has 70% of the population living on pharmaceutical drugs. 70% of the population is living off of drugs. Pharmaceutical drugs. Living off of toxins. Unnatural substance entering your body. And yet, we interpreted that for progress or advancement. Your phone, the cell phone, is unhealthy. It even tells you in the booklet not to put it, for it to be at least an inch away from your body. So did we really progress? When now our lifestyle, now we embrace a lifestyle of destroying our bodies, of destroying our health. The microwave is not healthy. Well, the food we eat is not even healthy anyways, because the half majority of it is fake. The half majority of it is is GMOs and hybrid, which provides your body with no nutrients whatsoever. But to make it worse off, and then we put in the microwave. The microwave is killing whatever nutrients is in the food. So when you eat the food, you're eating to be full, to be filled, not to be hungry, but you're providing your body with no nutrients whatsoever. None. But while 70% of the population is on pharmaceutical drugs, and we have a whole lot of people all around the world going hungry, those countries they call third world countries, which a lot of them are the richest the richest places on the planet due to their natural resources, like Africa. But the wealth of the Europeans have increased while poverty continues to run massive. These are all facts and reality that we need to focus to instead of just listening to what you're hearing from the system, from the egregore. Okay. Here are some statistics for you. About 170,523. About 170,523,000 black children go missing annually without any media coverage due to the issue of race. In the US, 64,000 black women. 64,000 of them are black women. About 9.1 million blacks are in poverty. On average, there are 132 suicides per day. On average, there are 132 suicides committed per day. In 2017, about 46.6 million adults were living with mental illness. Adults. About 60,000 homeless in California alone. Just in California, there are about 60 million homeless. They're not jobless, but they're 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 homeless. In California alone. In California alone. In 2018, there were about 552,830 people total homeless in the United States. One in 100 black males are expected to be killed by police. You have about 119 mass shootings. It's estimated for 2020, 1.8 million cancer cases. 17.3 million people living with depression. 1 in 10 black children has a parent that is in prison. So this is it. This is what we call progress. This is what we call advancement. I don't see where I wrote the other statistics on all the others. How many people in the United States alone living with all the different disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and so forth and so forth. We have not advanced as a people. But capitalism has flourished. The 1%, the Europeans, their wealth has increased, while the world gets sick, dies, are depressed, jobless, homeless, and so forth and so forth. Those are the truth. I'll do another video to offer some guidance and some solutions. But this was just to let you know. If you didn't know, now you know. I love you. Stay black. Let's be one people with one mind for one purpose. One us. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's the vision. Success and power is a team sport. If we want to win collectively as a race, we need to be unified. We need to know the truth. We need to know our enemies. We need to strategize. And we need to remove all the divisions, everything that divides us. This is a matter of survival and building a better future for our children, because eventually we'll die. But remember, when you're dead, there's a generation of people that will continue to live. Your children will continue to live, and their children after them. We must do everything in our power to guarantee a future that is healthy and then bright for our children. A future where they, as people of melanin, people of you, will be free, independent, and self-sufficient. One united people, one united Africa, an Africa without any borders, and one united Black Alliance. Power, and our power especially, is in our unity. The Europeans are a minority on this planet, about maybe 400 million. We as Black, people of melanin, people of you, we are 4 billion, over about 4,400,000,000 deep. The Europeans are so powerful only for one reason, because they're united and they divided us. The moment we return back to each other and we unite, the game is over and we win. I love you. Stay black. Stay beautiful.